Okay, so I've talked about it before, and the problem with camping in Borrego and probably a few other places is that you're not allowed to have ground fires there. So you have to have something that the fire is actually in. And in the past I've used the Vargo grill, but it's really small and it's not really designed for that. So I did a little bit of research and I came across this on Amazon, and I think it'll fit the bill. It's sold by, I'll probably say this wrong, Kikariki. You'll have to look it up yourself, find it. But basically, it's the small fire mesh screen, I guess. It seems to work pretty well as far as the design's not bad. It comes with this nice package. In the bag, it measures about 3.5 inches in diameter and a little over 9 inches long. So it's pretty compact. It has this little handle here. And the bag's pretty sturdy. Again, it'd be nice if they put some other loops on here. On a motorcycle, it's not a big deal as far as weight goes. This thing comes in at just under 2 pounds, so that's not too bad. If you're a hiker, something that may be a little bit more than you want to carry for an extended trip, but probably for an overnighter it would be okay. Seems to be reasonably well constructed. It's actually relatively easy to get back in the bag, which is nice because no one wants to wrestle with that. But so it comes like that. You have all these tubes, and from what I've figured out, there is no opposite way, like you have to get these all on the right ones, but you do have to have the ones with the feet on them all on the same side. So if you assemble it like this first, with the ones that either have or don't have the feet all on the same side, it assembles pretty easy. Seems to be pretty well made. I'm pretty sure these are just steel, not stainless steel, but it's supposed to support 12 pounds of weight, and it seems to do that okay. I'll probably have to stand up to really do this. So you spread those out like that, and put your wire mesh on here. This is stainless steel, so it should hold up really well. And I'm pretty sure that you can get the stainless steel mesh screen separately should it become damaged or something. So that's not a bad deal. But again, the whole thing was $17. So you may be better off just buying the whole thing again. I know I've seen the screen separately. I don't recall what they cost. But that's it. So as you can see, it sets up pretty quick, and it's fairly sturdy. I would say it would definitely hold 12 pounds. And so this will keep your fire off the ground, and which is really nice. So it's about 12 inches tall, and yeah, you can see it's pretty easy to set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this thing a test and take it out and build a fire on it and see how she does. I originally was thinking maybe you could cook off this thing, and I'm sure you could. The problem is that the drippings from your food is going to get on this thing, and it's going to get pretty nasty. So that's up to you. Like I said, you can get new ones, and I'm sure you can clean this. You just got to be careful. I don't know how sturdy this stuff is as far as if you were to tear it. It looks like it would do pretty well. And the thing that I liked about it was, I don't know about you guys, but my chair is one of those squatty little chairs that you sit in, and this thing's going to be like literally right in my chest, which will be nice because that'll put a lot of that heat there, and it should burn really well because it's going to pull that oxygen up from the bottom, and I'd be willing to bet that this thing's going to burn up wood pretty good. So I'm really excited to give it a shot. And there's a lot of places to go in Anza Borrego, and I really want to camp out there. The problem is I don't like camping where I can't have a fire. So if this allows me to do that, and by their rules, you cannot have a ground fire, it has to be in something, this should suffice. This should be good. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm optimistic that I think this will work. And yeah, it's 3 more pounds of something you're carrying on your bike. I get to the point where I get fed up and I start I stop putting stuff on the bike. I just don't want to take anymore. And so it seems like the more comfortable I want to be, the more stuff I have to carry. And that's true. So at some point I want to do a minimalist camp out. But to be honest, out in the desert, I really don't like the idea of something crawling into my sleeping bags. We got snakes, we got scorpions, we got tarantulas, we got spiders. I don't need any of that in my sleeping bag. So for me, I'm afraid a minimalist is still going to have my sleeping bag and a sleeping pad and a tent. So I'm not sure how much less I can take. But during the summer, we can go up in the mountains, and also in that transition period between when it's getting too hot out in the desert and you're not able to go, there's that small window where you can go, and at night it's like 60. So you could obviously bring a lot less. Even I have a camping quilt that I've been wanting to try, and that would be the perfect scenario for that. And that would get rid of this sleeping bag that you have to take. I don't have a down sleeping bag, so it doesn't compact very well. And maybe one of these days we'll talk about some more about sleeping bags. But because it's not a down bag, it's probably about a little bigger than a football when it's all compressed as far as I can get it. And so it just it'd be nice to go out and try just a minimalist. But back to this, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to be a great idea. So on the next trip out, I will bring this and we'll see how it goes. Well, there you go. Actually, it's really nice because it's a small fire, but it's plenty warm. It's right up in your chest, right in front of you. There's obviously room for 3 more people here, and you can put more firewood on it, make it bigger. But yeah, this is actually really nice. But again, I'm a little concerned about the wind, so I'm not gonna make it any bigger. But yeah, I would call this a success. It keeps it off the ground, and that's what they want. They don't want any ground fires, so it's on this. And you can even pick this thing up and move it somewhere if you needed to. So, I mean, obviously, check to make sure these pieces aren't hot. This mesh screen doesn't seem to really conduct a lot of heat. Definitely stay warm. Like I said, I use that. What's that other snake? I can't think of the name of it now. It's not really designed as a fire pit. I used that last time and it worked okay. I got pretty cold. Something happened to it. I don't care. Not a big deal. But yeah, I could definitely see using this to go camp with, especially here in Anza Borrego where you're not allowed to have a ground fire. And I'm assuming that it's okay to bury the coals. I don't know what other people are doing with them, but because I don't know what else you do with them. Most people aren't going to put the coals in their vehicles and drive home. So I'm assuming people actually have some type of fire pit with them, are still taking the coals home with them. And yeah, I wouldn't think so. So yeah, this really makes me happy, because you want to abide by the rules the best you can, and not have any more places closed down or keeping us from being able to access the land for riding, because too many places get closed. So yeah, very happy with this. Very nice.